The Kenora Sexual Assault Centre has been around for years. It's located in downtown Kenora at 101 Chipman Street, and we offer a variety of different programmings and services. We deal with a lot of sexual abuse and sexual exploitation cases. We have an anti-human trafficking unit. We actually chair the Kenora Coalition Against Human Trafficking, and some of the services that we offer include advocacy and accompaniment. So that means if somebody has to go to trial and they need support, or we can support them through the Victim Witness Assistance Program, or making a statement, or at the hospital, we'll accompany them to the hospital. We run a 24-hour crisis line. We run all kinds of educational programs. We do individual and group counseling, and we are part of a network, a collaborative network that includes a whole host of various community partnerships and shareholders. Absolutely, and you know what? No one really likes to talk about sexual assault or sexual abuse or historical sexual assault for obvious reasons, but it is nice to know that when somebody's ready to come forward, or if something immediate has happened and they need somebody to talk to, we do have the crisis and the trauma counselors available there for them to walk through the steps with them and give them and explain to them their options, and that's what we're there for.
Today is World Day Against Trafficking in Persons. We held the Voices Against Human Trafficking event here at the Nietzsche Friendship Center, Building 2, which was formerly the Royal Canadian Legion. Yep. And we had 4 wonderful speakers that talked on various topics. We had lived experience, we had more advocacy and informational speakers. Basically just to get the word out to not just other organizations in the community, but also the public, and trying to get that word spread throughout our community, because it does happen a lot more than you may think it does.
I think it gives people a voice, and it gives people the opportunity to sit amongst other people and individuals who have lived experience and who, you know, they run programs such as Empower Men, like Hennis did from the city, from Winnipeg, and it opens up a forum for people to talk about, and you know, opens up information and informative avenues, and it just gives people the opportunity to get together and listen and speak about, you know, the trends and local perspectives and perspectives from people with lived experience, and it just keeps things that we need to talk about in the forefront.
Absolutely.
As far as I'm concerned, I think it was very well attended.
Yeah, I think it was a great turnout. We did kind of blast it pretty hard to try to get folks to come out, but we did see a lot of different members from many different organizations in Kenora, but also we've seen a bunch of community members, which is good to have that kind of mix, because us as service providers, we know this information. Like, I'm always learning, but it's things that are still in the forefront of our brains. But then when you get community members coming in, it's information that is new, and it's really relevant in our community and surrounding communities.
That's right, and it gives people the opportunity from the community and different service providers to ask questions and to have them answered by individuals who do have lived experience or come from a professional perspective. And it gives people, you know, information such as statistics or trends. Like, you know, we had Detective Mahaffey here with Treaty 3 Police, and he did a very good job. And it just gives us updates, and it keeps us in the know. And you know, you can never have too much information about something, and when people are in the know and they know what to look for, that's part of setting up the barriers to have something like this, you know, continue to happen.
I think it was a good space, just because, like, we had individuals here with lived experience, so it's kind of opening up that space, that vulnerable space, for someone to be able to come and talk about something like that. And then also having the service providers here and different services in the room that they can choose from, or like, because every client is going to need something different. Not everybody's at the same page in their recovery or leaving human trafficking, say. So I think it's a good spot to have everyone kind of in the same space and having those vulnerable people opening up that discussion on human trafficking.
And I think, you know, we do things from a lot of lenses, but having our elder here, you know, from an Indigenous lens and sharing with us the opening prayer and her thoughts about things, and then closing the ceremony. And I think that's very important because, as Chrissy Isaac mentioned, you know, healing is done in various ways. So we did have our speaker, Tamia, talk about, you know, the new trends with hypnotherapy and subliminal, you know, healing. And then we had Chrissy, who said her healing journey was one of culture and tradition and ceremony, and that's what helped them. So I think people knowing it's a safe space, that they do open up and they tell everybody, you know, their experiences with their healing journey, and that just gives everybody different perspectives. And if there's something that, you know, a path that they need to go on, these are the options, and maybe something different will work for them. So the Kenora Sexual Assault Centre, is at 101 Chipman Street, and like I say, we are centrally located. We do have our phone number is 807-468-7958, and we do have a local crisis line, and it is, we run it locally, but it is, you can find it in any, like online or on our website. But the local number is 807-468-7233.
And it's right here.
Yeah.
Behind you.
Right behind us, 468, and it's safe, 468 safe. So if you're feeling that you're in crisis, or, you know, something has happened and you need us to attend the hospital, or you need someone to speak to, or resources, it doesn't matter what time, day or night, it's 24/7. We have trained volunteers who do run the crisis line, as well as it is answered right on site during the day, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. But, you know, from there we can get a referral. Other service providers can refer anyone to us. So I think we're pretty accessible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. You know what? We don't have solidified dates, but we will post it on our calendar.
We can contact her.
Yes, and we will contact, you know, the other service providers and Vicky here. We've got Take Back the Night, and we've got Walk a Mile in Our Shoes, and we have other events planned. Every second Wednesday at our center, we do hold the community barbecue, which is part of the food security group. So not tomorrow, but next Wednesday, and that happens every second Wednesday for the summer anyway, up until into September, in our parking lot, and that's been very well attended. So everybody's welcome to come out and participate in that, and pick up some information, or just talk to us there, you know, if they want to make an informal greeting. But yeah, our door's always open, and you can always call the crisis line or just come see us at a barbecue.